finish hearing this, it will make you say, how could such a thing happen, and not one person stand up and help the victim? It's easy. Racism is still alive in the airline industry, and nothing is being done to bring about change. You see, not all people are violent or react in a violent way to racism, but if you report it on the job and then an investigation is performed and names are asked for by the supervisor and the manager of the co-employees that are harassing me, then the supervisors do nothing about it, and the co-workers are allowed to retaliate against me, and nothing is done about that. How do you explain that? All of the supervisors were aware of what was going on, but yet the station manager in Portland, Oregon said that he was unaware. What kind of man could be in charge of such a station at Portland and be unaware of a problem that existed in one of his departments? And why did all of the supervisors working in the department fail to let the station manager know what was going on? When I was asked to give the names of the individuals who were giving me a hard time on the job, all the company would have done is find a way to blame the victim. I was the one working in a hostile environment with these people. I was not the disruptive element in the workforce. They did a lot of disruptive things to me, and the individuals who caused all of this madness were not held accountable. But Delta Airlines' solution to all of this was to fire and blame the victim. On May 7, 1990, I wrote a letter to the chairman of the board and chief executive officer of Delta Airlines, and it reads as follows. Sir, I would like to bring to your attention some concerns of mine regarding working conditions in Department 120 at Portland International Airport. These are very serious concerns, and this needs to be brought to your attention before I take further action. I am sending this for your records. During the past several months, I have experienced problems on the job. I have been pushed physically by several co-workers. I've had passenger bags thrown directly on me in the aircraft bin in an unsafe manner. I've had my locker broken into and items stolen out of it, and hate mail put into my mailbox. I have been called racial and sexual obscenities, which I consider to be offensive. I am the only black person on my shift. My coworkers and management staff are making working conditions unbearable so that I cannot function, and I am beginning to feel stressed, and I feel that they are conspiring against me to fire me from my job as well as cause bodily harm to me. I have complained about the harassment. Again, I am bringing this to your attention because I know you are not aware of this. I anxiously look forward to your response. Respectfully, Tyrone Waters. On August 24, 1990, I received a letter from the Federal Aviation Administration, Flight Standards District Office, Federal Aviation Administration, Portland, Oregon. Dear Mr. Waters, our office received a letter from the Oregon Occupational Safety and Health Division regarding several safety hazards alleged by you on Delta Airlines. Subsequent inspections have been accomplished by this office to verify these allegations. During these inspections, some of the safety issues mentioned in your report were verified by our safety inspectors. We are now taking action to ensure that these issues are corrected and have scheduled further inspections to verify continued compliance with the federal aviation regulations and safe operating practices. We would like to thank you for bringing this to our attention. If we can be of further assistance, please give us a call. Sincerely, Aviation Safety Inspector Richards. On April 4, 1990, I filed a civil rights complaint with the Bureau of Labor and Industries Civil Rights Division. They responded by saying, if your complaint falls under the jurisdiction of federal civil rights laws, we will file a complaint with the federal authorities unless you ask us not to. The sooner we receive your completed questionnaire, the sooner we can act on it. Please remember to complete all blanks giving dates and names and addresses of witnesses. Sincerely, Civil Rights Division. I filed a federal lawsuit in federal U.S. District Court against Delta Airlines, with me being the plaintiff, Tyrone Waters. U.S. Magistrate Gelderts wrote, in an order dated March 20th, 1992, the court ordered that a pre-trial order be lodged by June 1, 1992. No pre-trial order was lodged, and an order dated June 30th, 1992. The court ordered that the parties appear in writing by July 10, 1992, to show cause why this case should not be dismissed for want of prosecution. Defendant has filed a response setting out the chronology of extensions of deadlines for completing discovery, filing motions, and lodging of the pretrial order, which has been granted at plaintiff's request. Plaintiff has not responded to the order to show cause, and this action should be dismissed for want of prosecution. Dated the 16th day of July, 1992, John Gelderts, United States Magistrate Judge. While things were proceeding with the Delta Airlines case, I had been harassed by the Portland police again, and I was stopped and cited on 1/28/92 at 1:30 p.m. and given a offense of careless driving. Also on that day at the same time, I was given offense of attempt to elude a police officer and arrested and taken into custody. The very next day, I had depositions at Delta Airlines attorney's office here in Portland, Oregon, and the first question that came out of their mouths was, what did I do the night before? Fortunately, I was released from custody so that I could go to the deposition. But clearly you can see what efforts were used to try to discredit me. Also, while the Delta case was going on, I was hospitalized at both Emmanuel Hospital in Portland, Oregon, and Portland Adventist Hospital for stress and exhaustion. After being released from both hospitals for stress and exhaustion, and finding out that the case was dismissed for want of prosecution, I tried to find another job. I went from job to job to job endlessly, losing one job after another, and this went on for years.